If nothing changes after this, that's on you. Part 1. Wake up. Your life won't fix itself. Welcome to Dr. Eric T. Motivation Corner. Listen carefully. This is not a pep talk. This is a wake-up slap. That if nothing changes after this, that's on you. Nobody else. Not life. Not luck. Let's stop orange. You sit there complaining. I'm stuck. Nothing works for me. I can't get ahead. And yet, your habits are identical to last year. Same routine, same excuses, same distractions. And you're shocked that your life feels the same. That's not life punishing you, that's you refusing to act. Micro story. This is you, alarm goes off. You hit snooze. You scroll for 30 minutes. You tell yourself, I deserve a break. Break? That's called neglecting your future. Then you wonder why you're behind, that excuses are cheap. Results are EXPC. Everyone has a reason. Everyone has a story. Everyone has hard times. But notice something, some people still get it done. Difference, they don't let excuses run their life. Calm moment. Think HR. The only reason nothing changes is because you haven't done the work. Every habit you've defended, every scroll, every skipped workout, every delayed task, that's the price you've been paying, and it's all invisible. Until one day it hits you in full force. That explosive TRUTH life won't give you a warning. Life won't pause. Life won't reset for you. You think you have time? You don't. Every second wasted is irrecoverable. Hard question. Escape. How many times have you promised yourself change? How many times have you said, tomorrow I'll do better? And tomorrow never comes. That's the truth. Brutal. Uncomfortable. That if nothing changes after this moment, that's your fault. Plain and simple. Micro story. EGO check. Your friend wakes up early, starts their grind, already making moves. You watch, you scroll, you make excuses, then you complain. They're lucky. No, they're disciplined. They chose action. And you did not. This is where most people stop and you get defensive. They say that doesn't apply to me. They leave the room because taking ownership hurts. And that's the key. If nothing changes, it will always be your fault. Why motivation is worthless without AC. Can you feel fired up now? Good. But in 30 minutes, you'll scroll again. You'll make excuses again. Nothing changes. Motivation doesn't last. Decisions do. Micro story. Pay attention. You read this. You feel tense. You think I should do something. And then you check your phone, you watch a video, you tell yourself, I'll start later. Later is where dreams die, quietly.com, but deadly TRUTH. If nothing changes after this video, life doesn't care. Life keeps moving. Your habits define your outcome. Your excuses define your stagnation. And your future already forming based on what you do next. Rule number 1. Take responsibility. NOW. Stop blaming anyone. Stop blaming circumstances. Stop blaming your situation. Every choice is on you. Every habit is on you. Every second wasted is on you. Own it. Or stay stuck. Micro story. This is power. You have a task today. You avoid it. You think it's small. That small avoidance compounds. And 5 years later, your life looks exactly like it does now. That's how small an action steals your life quietly. That explosive thing. Everyone waits for a miracle. Everyone waits for luck. Everyone waits for motivation. Guess what? Luck doesn't arrive. Miracles don't show up. Motivation fades. Only action produces results. Hard question. Look in the mirror. What will you tell yourself tonight when you go to bed? I'll try again tomorrow. Or, I did something today? One builds results, point one builds regret.com moment. Think HRD. If nothing changes, it's not life's fault, it's yours. And that is freeing. Because if it's yours, you can also fix it. Rule number 2. Decide TO, change. I don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for energy. Don't wait for motivation. Decide now. Decide today. Decide before you scroll again. Action is immediate. Results are delayed. But without action, delay becomes permanent. Micro story. Reality check. Alarm goes off tomorrow. You either get up. Or you hit snooze. That choice echoes through your week, month, year. Small choices compound into your entire life. That explosive tear you teach. Life doesn't negotiate. Life doesn't pause. Life doesn't give second chances. That if you keep doing the same things, your life will stay the same. And that's on you. Final reality check for part 1. Nothing changes if you stay comfortable. Nothing changes if you protect your habits. Nothing changes if you stay distracted. Change requires ownership. Change requires action. Change requires you. You need part 1. Pressure SETN part 2. We expose why people defend mediocrity, why excuses feel safe, and the moment when you either act or accept your life as it is. Part 2. Why you defend mediocrity and argue with your FUTR. Welcome back to Dr. Eric T. Motivation Corner. Let's get something straight right now. That you're not lazy, that you're comfortable. And comfort has been quietly robbing you. You hate your life sometimes, right? But when someone challenges you, you defend the habits destroying your future. That's right. You argue for what's killing you. And you call it normal. That the first truth. Excuses are emotional. Or every excuse you've ever made is a shield. Protecting your ego. Protecting your current identity. Protecting your I'm okay with this narrative. Think about it. I don't have time. I am tired. I've tried before. All lies, all justifications, all excuses keeping you stuck. You hate that truth? Good. That means it's working. Micro story. This is real life. You scroll through your feed. You see someone your age leveling up. You sigh. You say, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. And the longer you wait, the louder your excuses get. Why defending mediocrity feels as if your comfort zone feels familiar. Old habits are predictable. You know exactly how far they'll take you. Nowhere. That safety? It's an illusion. That safety is silently killing your potential. And every time someone challenges you, why aren't you growing? Why aren't you disciplined? Why aren't you taking action? You defend yourself instead of fixing yourself. Calm moment. Think HARD. Ask yourself, why do I argue with progress? Why do I defend comfort? Why do I justify the habits I hate? The answer is simple. You fear change more than you fear regret. That explosive to fear of discomfort is the number 1 reason people stay average. You think you're scared of failing? No. You're scared of feeling awkward, exposed, or uncomfortable while building success. And so you defend laziness, distractions, and excuses like they're your best friends. Micro story. The daily battle. Morning comes. You hit snooze. You grab your phone. You scroll endlessly. Old self, just 5 more minutes. New self, if I do this, my life stays stuck. That's the moment, right there. And you argue for your comfort. That choice compounds every day that you've been negotiating with your future. That's the real crime. Every time you defend a habit, you delay your results. Your future self is begging for change. You sit there, bargaining, maybe later. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start Monday. No, Stop negotiating. Your future self cannot wait forever. Hard question. Look in the mirror. How many times have you said, "I'll do better," and then immediately return to the same behavior? That's not life failing you. That's you refusing to act. Micro story. Reality slap. You see a post. Someone your age made a breakthrough. You feel jealousy, then anger, then frustration. And instead of taking action, you justify your own stagnation. They had luck. It's different for me. I'll get to it later. That mental loop is why nothing changes. That the uncomfortable truth about mediocrity, it's easy, that it's safe, that it's predictable. But predictable doesn't pay bills. Predictable doesn't build confidence. Predictable doesn't create freedom. That IT only builds resentment. And it accumulates until one day you hate your life, and then you defend why nothing changes. Calm moment. Think deep, take inventory of your habits. How many are excuses in disguise? How many are killing your focus? How many are comfortable traps you? Defend fiercely. Those habits are the reason you're still complaining. That explosive, and if nothing changes after this video, here's the brutal truth. It will be your fault, not your friends, not your family, not the economy. Every habit you defend, every excuse you justify, every delay you accept, that's on you. Micro story, the wake up slap. Tomorrow morning, alarm goes off, you hit snooze, you scroll, and years from now, you'll look back. I could have done more. I had potential. I wasted time. That reflection, it's a result of defending habits instead of building life. Rule number 1, stop defending. Start exceeding. Enough talking, enough defending, enough explaining. Decide, act, execute. That's it. Stop making excuses for why you haven't done it. Stop rationalizing your stagnation. Stop arguing with your own potential. Micro story, the moment of power. You could get out of bed early tomorrow. You could skip the scrolling. You could start the project. That one choice, it compounds. IT shapes your week, month, year. IT defines your life trajectory. And every day you don't, the same habits pull you backward. Hard truth. Comfort is when you hate your life sometimes, right? That hatred is wasted if you cling to comfort. Comfort feels good now, kills your future slowly. Discipline feels hard now, rewards massively later. You choose every day. Micro story, recognize this. You defended your phone habit again tonight. You defended your procrastination again today. You defended why you didn't work on your craft again this week. Ask yourself, if nothing changes after this, will you even admit your choices? Or will you lie to yourself again? Rule number 2, action is the only way you can feel motivated. You can feel guilty. You can feel inspired. None of that matters. Only what you do. If you take one meaningful action today, your life starts shifting. If you don't, it stays the same. That's accountability. Micro story. This will hit. Person A complains, excuses, repeats. Person B decides, acts, repeats. 10 years later, person A is still frustrated. Person B is living results. Guess which one you want to be. Guess which one requires 0 excuses. Explosive anti-excuses or chains. Comfort is a cage. Defending bad habits is prison. Break the chains. Leave the cage. Stop defending mediocrity or stay stuck forever. Calm moment. REF right now. Pause. Ask yourself, which habit am I defending the most? Which excuse do I repeat daily? Which choice keeps me stuck? That's your target. That's the moment to attack. Rule number 3, small actions. Create the shift and wait for motivation. Don't wait for the perfect day. Today, 1 meaningful task, 1 distraction removed, 1 habit avoided. Tomorrow, repeat. Next week, repeat. Next month, repeat. Action compounds. Excuses compound too. Which will you choose? Micro story. The power of a single choice. You skip your morning scroll tomorrow. You write your goal list. You take 1 step toward improvement. That one day, it starts momentum. That one day, it rewires your habits. That one day, it shifts your identity. Do it or don't. That's the truth. Final reality check for part 2. If nothing changes after this video, it will be on you. Not your job. Not your family. Not society. You will be defending the very habits destroying your life. You will be repeating excuses. You will continue stagnating. Or you take immediate action and your life starts shifting today. Yeni part 2. Pressure RSEN part 3. We go deeper. How to stop defending your excuses forever. How to cut distractions and bad habits without debate. How to build irreversible momentum. No fluff. No soft energy. Just results. Part 3. Cut the excuses or live with Ari Jury. Welcome back to Dr. Eric T. Motivation Corner. You've been warned. This part is not for the faint of heart. This part will make you look in the mirror and hate what you see if you don't act. Every excuse, every delay, every defended habit, all of it stops here. Or if it continues to define your life. Let's start with the uncomfortable territory. Not broke. Because of the system that you're not failing, because of luck that you're not stuck, because of anyone else that you're stuck. Because you defend your weaknesses that you're stuck, because you argue with your potential that you're stuck, because you negotiate with your future. And the worst part, you do it every day. You scroll, you delay, you procrastinate, you justify, and then you wonder why nothing changes. Micro story. This is you. Alarm rings. You snooze twice. You scroll Instagram. You drink coffee. You check notifications. Why the time you start your day. 2 hours are gone. 2 hours you can never get back. And you say, I'll catch up later. No, you will not. That's how excuses compound. The reality of defending it is every time you defend a habit, you reinforce it. Every excuse strengthens stagnation. Every just this once builds a lifetime of regret. Habits don't negotiate. Excuses don't negotiate. The universe doesn't negotiate. You do if you want change.com moment. Think right now. Pause and be honest. What habit do I defend the most? What excuse do I use every day? What small, repeated choice is keeping me stuck? That's your target. That. As for the pressure begins, that explosive TRH. Most people think change is complicated, that it's not. Change is simple. Stop doing what keeps you stuck. Start doing what moves you forward. That's it. That's all. Micro story. You know this feeling. You want better results. You want more money. You want more freedom, but when the time comes to act, you argue, I don't have time. I'm too tired. I'll start later. Later doesn't exist. Later is the graveyard of potential. Why you argue with your effort comfort feels safe. Weak habits feel normal. Excuses feel like shields. The moment someone questions your routine, you defend it. You rationalize it. You protect it. That's how mediocrity becomes permanent. Micro story. The daily loop. Morning, hit snooze. Afternoon, scroll phone. Evening, binge entertainment. Night, wonder why you feel empty. That emptiness isn't a mystery. That emptiness is the price of defending. Habits that rule number one. In no negotiation with it is you can't try to control a bad habit. You can't moderate it. You can't balance it. You cut it. You replace it. You enforce it without debate. If it's easy to do, you haven't decided to stop. That if it's defensible, you haven't committed. That micro story, reality slap. You're late every morning. You justify it. Traffic was bad. You defend it. I need my sleep. Truth. You hit snooze. You stayed on your phone. You chose comfort. That's the real reason you're behind. Calm moment. Teaching every choice builds or destroys your future. Every delay compounds. Every defended habit is a brick in the prison of your life. Rule number two. Remove temptation. Remove excess. Stop relying on willpower. Stop hoping motivation will save you. Stop telling yourself, I'll try later. If it's destroying you, cut access. Phone away during work. Social media deleted or blocked. Junk food out of the house. TV off until work is done. Structure kills excuses. Rules make you unstoppable. Micro story. The power of removal. You decide. No phone for the first 2 hours of the day. You replace scrolling with planning, reading, training. 1 week later. Focus improves. 2 weeks later. Energy improves. 1 week later. Energy surges. 2 weeks later. Focus sharpens. 1 month later. Identity shifts. You no longer defend bad habits. You defend your standards. That explosive to excuses or chains. Comfort is a cage. Weak habits are prison. Breaking them feels brutal at first, but once broken, freedom is unstoppable. Calm, but sharp, and to most people relapse because they relax too early. Most people fail because they negotiate with weakness. Most people remain average because they defend their excuses louder than their dreams. Rule number 4. Track action. Not definitely just stop. Journaling emotions. Start. Tracking behavior. Did you wake up early? Avoid distraction? Complete your work? Exercise discipline? Yes or no. No feelings. No negotiation. Compliance is everything. Micro story. This is real. Day 5 of no scrolling before work. You feel bored. You feel tempted. You feel restless. That's discipline forming. That's identity shifting. That's progress. Even when it feels empty. Rule number 5. Identity lock-in. Stop saying, I'm trying. Start saying, I don't do that anymore. Identity doesn't negotiate. Identity doesn't explain. Identity acts. And when your actions match your words consistently, excuses evaporate. Weak habits die. Results follow. Micro story. The internal shift. Someone offers a distraction. Old you. Argue. Rationalize. Debate. New you. Immediate no. No guilt. No explanation. No second guessing. That's freedom. That's irreversibility. That explosive thing. To most people hate their life, but defend the habits keeping them stuck. You will either join them or break the cycle now. If nothing changes, that's on you. If you take one small action today, it starts everything else. Calm moment. Taking one action compounds. 1 decision changes momentum. 1 refusal to defend excuses rewires identity. It's uncomfortable. It's ugly at first, but it's permanent. Rule number 6. Action something is don't wait for a miracle. Don't wait for inspiration. Don't wait for luck. Decide today. Remove a distraction. The task you've been avoiding. Enforce a rule you've been negotiating. Repeat. Daily. Momentum builds. Results appeared. That's how you stop defending your future and start building it. Micro story. The moment of truth. You wake up tomorrow. You skip your morning scroll. You start working on your craft. You write one goal. 1 week later, you don't recognize your own energy. 1 month later, your routine dominates you. In a good way. 1 year later, excuses don't exist. 1 year later, your life reflects your actions. That if you do nothing, that life never comes. Final reality check for Part 3. If nothing changes after this video, it's on you. Your life will remain the same. Your habits will continue defining you. Your excuses will continue controlling you. Where you take immediate, ruthless action, and everything starts shifting today. Part 3. Preparing for Part 4 inches. Part 4. We go all the way. How to maintain irreversible momentum. How to never defend excuses again. How your life looks when defending mediocrity is impossible. In O fluff. In O mercy. Just results. If nothing changes after this, that's on you. No excuses, no negociações, no delays. Your future isn't waiting. Your dreams aren't patient. Every second you defend weakness, every moment you justify comfort, is a moment stolen from your life. Stop arguing with your potential. Stop defending your habits. Decide right now. Act right now. Build your life or live with the regret forever. The choice is yours, and the time is now.